You are listening to the Earplug Podcast Network. I'm Batman.
Welcome, everybody, to the Friday night edition of Today with DW. We are finally back after it feels like, I don't know, a few months. It is the pop culture edition. Mr. Lewis Perry, how are you, sir?
I'm kind of confused because my Facebook is all screwed up again. I can't find this to share it nowhere. What the hell?
It's not on the network page anymore. It's on the Today with DW page or my personal page.
Okay, yeah, that's what I just found it.
Because we're streaming now on YouTube live, so that's what we changed things up.
Yeah, that's what I had to do with the Angry Geeks. Everything is messed up, man. I mean, I'm far behind getting shows up to the network. I've been hunting. I had a good hunting time next week. We'll get to that in a little bit. Right. It's just, and like Facebook is like so screwed up still on my phone.
That's all right. That's all right.
It's messed up.
Okay. There's no problem. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. So we took a couple weeks off, obviously with the holidays and whatnot. So Lewis and I haven't really talked. Lewis usually hits me up like once a week. I haven't heard from him in like 2 weeks. I think he divorced me. So I just want to. How were the holidays? How was Christmas?
Christmas was good. Well, actually, Christmas was good. It was a little awkward, but it wasn't bad. I mean,
What's up, Jabo? How are you?
Welcome, hey, Timmy. Brother, what's going on? Yeah, Christmas was okay. I got just Thor's hammer, which was I kind of messed up on some people's gifts here and there, and
I didn't get mine.
Well, no, yours. I got the tracking number. I got comics that are like stuck somewhere. Cody got a sword that's like in limbo, but I didn't buy it for him. He ordered it himself. No, I bought some clothes for somebody, and when they came in, I didn't unwrap them and look at them. So what I did was I just took them, and since they were all already folded, I just made sure the price tag was off and then wrapped them and threw them underneath the tree. But
Hank, you know where your gift is. You haven't even picked it up yet. Where's my gift? Let's talk about that.
I'm telling a story. So when they unwrapped the gift and they looked at the item of clothing, it was like Captain Jack Sparrow let the sails of the Black Pearl, because that's how big they were. And it was not a pretty scene at Christmas.
Oh, boy. So you're saying those people need to gain some weight to fit in those clothes, huh?
Pretty much.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Anyway.
I saw that you got Thor's hammer. That was pretty cool.
Yes, it's freaking awesome. It's over there in the geek lair. You walk into the room and lightning flashes, and when you go to pick it up, if you put your hand on it, you have to say "worthy" or "Thor," and then the symbol comes on and the writing comes in and everything, and you hold it up.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty badass, man. I like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that was good. That's good. How was the New Year? And obviously, New Year's is whatever.
What did we do New Year's? Nothing. Nah,
Nothing.
no, nothing at all. New Year's was nothing. I got a
Yeah, neither.
exclusive Macho Man pop too. I got a couple Macho Man. I got a lot of
Nice.
Macho Man stuff.
Yeah, I didn't do anything either for New Year's. I was in bed by 10.
That shit. I was in
Yeah.
bed by 7.
Yeah, I've seen enough of the balls drop throughout the years. I didn't need to see the New Year's Eve.
Oh,
ball
yours
dropping.
finally did. I'm happy.
No, not mine. Mine fell years ago. I'm just saying. I did not need to see another one in Times Square drop again. That's all.
No, we didn't. I don't really think we did anything for New Year's. We didn't, to be honest.
J-Bo. Yeah, he's in bed by 8 o'clock. That's for sure. I'm sure.
Well, I am. I wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock.
I go to bed at midnight. And I'm still up at 4. So listen here, old man. Listen.
Hey, yeah, whatever. But yeah.
So before we get into today's show, wanted to announce, and we were going to do this, and after we have a new segment called DW's Hot Picks, Hot Series Picks. So streaming services, which new shows, movies are coming out. I'm going to do one each week. But today, Marvel Legends just premiered on Disney Plus. So, which might not be amazing for some, but maybe amazing for others. So each episode is about 7 to 8 minutes long. And it's getting you ready for the new series that are coming out through Disney Plus. To give you a recap, instead of watching 5 movies, which would be 100 and some odd hours of movies to try to catch up on your characters, Marvel decided to do little 7-minute snippets of characters to have you catch up and just get you ready for the new Disney Plus series. Captain America, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Obviously, the first one up this month is going to be WandaVision. And they started today. First 2 episodes. Yep. The first 2 episodes of the Legends is Wanda and Vision, just to get you ready for the new series. I'm assuming they're probably going to do this. I don't know if they're going to put them out weekly or they're going to put them out a couple days before the new series comes out. They haven't really determined yet that. We'll read more about what it's going to be about. But I think that's kind of great for people that may have not really watched the movies or haven't watched them in a while, and they're like, well, okay, what the hell happened? These are kind of little recaps and kind of little snippets for your characters, and I think this is great. I think this is awesome.
So is it just the movie verse, or are they going into the comics as well?
Yeah, sadly, and I watched both of them today. The Wanda and the Vision, and it's just the movie verse. I was hoping that they would delve a little deeper, but again, let's go right off with Wanda. Spoilers. Wanda's powers in the Marvel cinematic universe aren't even close to the same powers that they are in the comic. And I think they may delve into that in the WandaVision, because we think that she's really going to be using more of her powers to change reality. But there's been some synopsis and some hints that there's Agatha Harkness is going to be the villain there, and she may be the alternate reality. She may be altering reality with Wanda in the Vision. But again, those movies or those powers are totally different. Wanda is probably the most powerful mutant in the universe, in the Marvel's comic book universe. As far as I'm concerned, she can bend reality and change it to whatever she wants. This here, it's very minuscule what you can do.
Let's not forget, for the fair weather fans, for the movie fans, for the general public, Wanda's dad is Magneto.
Right.
And not many people know that. What do you mean you don't know?
Well, you can't really know that because the general public wouldn't know that because Fox
I know.
owned Magneto. But yeah,
I know.
That's a good point. I wonder if they're gonna. I wonder if they're gonna, now that they own the Fox properties, if they're gonna do that.
I don't know. I would hope so. I would hope so. I'd hope they would do that and say, look, it wasn't an experiment that made her and her brother. They're really mutants, and they're Magneto's kids. Right. That would make so much more sense. And
wouldn't it be awesome if somebody called her a mutant in WandaVision? Then we can clear it all up now that they can say mutant. If they can say mutant, they can say mutant in the Marvel U. But check that out. It's on Disney Plus right now, first 2 episodes. And like I said, WandaVision will be out this month. I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of not. It's kind of too corny for me. But again, I'm sure it's going to take the first couple episodes to really delve deep about the serious stuff that's going on. I don't know. It was too comedic for me to really get into it. But like I said, I'm going to be watching it anyway, just to talk about it on the show. I'm sure by episode 4 or whatever, I'm sure it'll get serious. It's definitely not like Falcon and the Winter Soldier Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's pretty much kind of be good cop, bad cop, but it's going to be some serious action in that movie, in that series. So yeah, I agree with you. Definitely agree with you with that. So let's before you got anything you want to talk about before we get into today's show? Anything to catch up people on?
Dude,
We'll do Flea Market Finds later. But
look at all these. This is it from
Flea
my
Market
hunt,
Finds.
from my
Finds
from
later.
last week's hunt.
Yes, I know.
Last week's hunt. Plus, I got like a whole stack. I can't wait.
So, well, we'll do that in Flea Market Finds.
Right.
That's towards the end of the show. So let's get into today's show. We're going to be talking about Michael Keaton. Is it debunked or is it not debunked that he's going to be not only in one Batman movie but 3? We're going to talk a little bit more about. Hold on, I'm doing. We're not doing all that stuff. Let me do my intro. Damn it, Lewis. You're getting. It's been 2 weeks. You don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're killing me. So Batman is going to be debunked. Is Arnold Schwarzenegger coming back? And really, do we really care about another Terminator movie? I don't know.
No.
All that and more when we come back. So don't go anywhere.
Hello, I'm Baker Mayfield.
I'm Anthony Rizzo.
I'm Donovan Mitchell.
I'm Diana Taurasi.
I'm Ryan Blaney.
And I have something to confess.
I had a formidable Beanie Baby collection.
I used to say YOLO a lot.
I paid a lot of money for ringtones.
I had a sick flowing mullet one time.
My Cabbage Patch Kid's name was Dolores.
I used to rock bleached tips.
I used to rank my friends on MySpace.
I rented movies at Blockbuster.
I used to wear shorts. That's right, jean shorts.
I used to drink Gatorade.
Yeah, I used to drink Gatorade.
We all used to drink it.
It was the only sports drink out there.
Now there's Body Armor.
I drink Body Armor now.
I drink Body Armor now.
I'm Team Body Armor now.
The Drink of Superheroes, drinkbodyarmor.com. Check them out for your nearest location. They are awesome sponsors here. If you missed the beginning of the show, we were talking about Marvel's Legends. Check them out. They're over on Disney Plus right now. 2 episodes just debuted today. So the big news, since we've been out for about 2 weeks or so, Lewis and I have had things to do, whatever, holidays, whatnot. Sorry, we couldn't be here on the last couple of Fridays. Big news has been reported in the last couple of weeks, and obviously it was hinted back in early of 2020 that Michael Keaton, who may be, I think for me, a fan favorite of the only Batman there is. Don't get me wrong. I love Ben Affleck. I love all the other Batman movies. But for me, I think Keaton is defining. Without him, they wouldn't have set the way as far as I'm concerned. But he was rumored that he was coming back. Well, that has been confirmed, obviously, that he will be 1989 Tim Burton's universe Batman in the Flash movie. Now, in the last couple of weeks, we have gotten reports saying that he may be the definitive Batman. Some sites say it's been debunked. Some sites and some insiders say that it's not. So we'll see. When New York Times reported that DC Films plans to have Keaton reprise his role as Batman in The Flash, as I just stated, some fans took it as Keaton would be permanently in the DC Extended Universe. Brooke Barnes, the writer of the piece, had clarified that Keaton will only be in one film. Now, we've heard from Bleeding Cool, which you can take for what Rich does over there with a grain of salt, comic book resources, comicbook.com. Everybody's chiming in a little bit. There's rumor that he is also going to be in an HBO Max Batman Beyond series. Stop picking your nose. I don't think that's too far off fetched as far as I'm concerned. I think that's something that will probably happen after the Flash. Why are you looking that way, Lewis? Can I finish my piece here before you give me your facial expressions? I can turn your camera off. I'll turn your camera off right now. I'll turn this pod right around. Anyway. So Michael Keaton will return, as I said before, in the 1989 version of Batman, as Flash will be going through the multiverse and visiting that section. Also, Ben Affleck will also be in that movie, as well as he is also reprising his role as in the Zack Snyder cuts, which we already knew that were being filmed. He is also rumored to do a Batman series as well on HBO Max. That has not totally been debunked yet. So we're going to be looking to see a lot of Batman news, and I think Lewis can agree with me. Even with the S, I think the Bat is really what DC's is. That's their best character. That's the one that makes them the most money, has made them the most money, and has kind of pulled them out of the fire. Even with Joel Schumacher almost destroying the franchise for almost 10 years. Seeing Michael Keaton come back, I think with my personal take, and Lewis will give his, I think after the Flash, if it does well, I think these studios, Marvel and DC both, have been really listening to fans, and there's been a lot of accepting or what do I want to say? Dealing with fan petitions. I mean, we've said this, I don't know how many times, that John Constantine, Matt Ryan got, I really think the only reason they gave him another shot was because millions of people signed petitions all over the world to get that fucker back on, whether it's animated, whether it's live action in Legends, whatever, to get him back. So maybe if he does well, maybe they'll listen. And my vote is for Michael Keaton for Batman Beyond. There's nobody better for that. Lewis?
I can talk now. You're not going to yell at me?
Well, I had to do my stuff. You get mad at me when you talk, so I don't talk over you.
Well, I just want to make sure because you told me
just
to
keep
be
going.
quiet.
I gave you permission, Lewis.
Okay, good. Yeah, I would love to see Michael Keaton come back. I mean, I think it'll be great, especially with Batman Beyond. This is what everybody wants. Everybody wants Michael Keaton to be Batman once again. Batman Beyond, Michael Keaton. I think it'll be fantastic. He looks the part. He'll fit the part. It'll be perfect. As far as the Flash movie, we're hearing so much about this. Let's just get it done. Let's go. I want to see this. I mean, Ray Fisher got booted out. Ooh, that was pretty bad. But
hold on. I think he booted himself out.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I think they got rid of a bad penny per se. I don't know. I think it's a wrong decision maybe. But with that aside, I want to see this Flash movie. It's gonna reshape and redefine the DCU in the theaters, in the movies. It's going to redefine the live action DCU. I can't wait. Hopefully
let's hope they actually take this restart for real and actually do something good. I know we talk about how we feel about the DC movies, but let's hope that they really do this New 52, which is the comic book version of this Flashpoint movie. Mm-hmm. Really take it serious, going, you just gave yourself a clean slate. Let's not screw it up. You know what I mean?
I know. I hope so. I really do. I'm excited for it. I mean, there's so much potential. But on the flip side of that, with all these different Batman projects that we got going on, if Ben, who I hope does get his own series, on HBO Max, I'm all for it. I love Ben Affleck as Batman. I thought he was the best Batman because he brought the Batman that we all know and loved from the comics to life. Whereas Michael Keaton was the first to bring the Batman to a serious light after Lewis Wilson. I mean, we had Lewis Wilson, who was still the black and white serial Batman. Yeah. He was serious. They did it serious, but I mean, could you take him serious? Right. Even in the 70s, if you were lucky enough to go somewhere and they showed, a part of the serial, did you really take him serious? Because they like it or not, Adam West's costume looked better than Lewis Wilson's costume. Right. But then Michael Keaton came along and it's like, boom, just blew everybody's mind away. The costume looked cool. The Batmobile looked awesome. And he was serious. It was something that we never seen before, a serious Batman. Other than being on the cartoons. But even on the cartoons, Batman really wasn't that serious, No. And so it was like, wow, here we go. Michael Keaton, the very first serious Batman, of our time. Mm-hmm. So it's like, here he is. Now you could say the great uncle of all Batman is coming back. Not the daddy, the great uncle. He's going to be back on the big screen. Oh my God. Yes. And he's happy to do it because he knows this is what made him famous. How many times has he been out in public going, I'm Batman. And I guarantee it. He's going to take up the saying that Adam West used to say was, when I walked into the room, I didn't have to say I was Batman. People knew who the hell I was. Right. That's what Michael Keaton's going to be right now. I think Batman Beyond is going to be fantastic. They have to do it.
Yeah. I think it's going to come closer to reality, especially after the Flashpoint movie.
But do you think it's going to harm the Batman with Robert Pattinson? Is it going to harm that?
Well, I think the only person who's going to harm that movie is Robert Pattinson.
His attitude sucks.
Yeah, he's just a prima donna little bitch, as far as I'm concerned.
His attitude sucks. I mean, hopefully the movie is fantastic. The trailers, as we already saw, the trailer looks fantastic. But I mean, are people going to be able to get past this guy's attitude? Let's go to Marvel. Look at Captain Marvel and what happened there with Brie Larson. Her attitude killed the movie.
Right.
It could be, it could be the same thing.
Hey, she just got equal pay. Did you hear that in the news? She's going to get paid just as much as the boys are from so
but it's like, what the hell? I mean, your attitude could destroy this movie. So
no, I get it. Also in the news with the Zack Snyder cut, Zack also announced that talking about Ben Affleck. He said Ben Affleck is so happy to be back as Batman. As he was filming the scenes, he also said was doing an interview with YouTuber Grace Randolph and said that he forgot how uncomfortable the suit is, but he didn't care. He just stepped in the role just like he was supposed to, just like any great actor, and he knows that he wants to be the Batman. What is going to be funny is when you see Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck, who's going to say I'm Batman? No, I'm Batman. I want to see that plan. I want to see that on set, not as Batman and characters, but as the actors go, no, I'm Batman. No, I'm Batman. I want to see that play out because both of them are pretty huge egos and attitudes. And technically, Ben can't say he's Batman because Michael Keaton was the first Batman, but he can say he's Batman too. I just think it'll be funny to see the dynamics between that.
I think that Ben would respect Michael Keaton for what he did.
Oh, I'm sure of it. I think to do it as a joke. Well, no, I'm Batman. No, you're. Batman.
Yeah, as a joke. Oh my God, it'll be freaking hilarious as a joke. It'll be just like the end of the Spider-Verse where everybody's pointing at everybody. It'll be freaking hilarious.
Yes, I agree with
hilarious. You. I think I can't wait. But now with the Flashpoint, you got to think about it this way. Into the Spider-Verse, the Spider-Man 3, you're going to have all the Spider-Man in that movie. Let's go back to the general public. Let's go back to the fair weather fans that don't follow this the way our community does. Are they going to reject both movies? Just like when Dawn of Justice came out in Civil War. Oh my God, it's almost the same movie. They're copying each other.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
I don't think that's going to be the case. I definitely don't think that's going to be this.
Okay, that's another concern that I have. It's like, okay, we have almost 2 of the same movies now coming out. It's like, what the hell? Multiple Spider-Man, multiple Batman. Okay.
Yeah, but the difference between the two. Yeah, I understand that you're saying maybe the general public, but one's a reset of universes. This is not a reset of universes. This isn't like the snap of Thanos' finger here either. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. I totally get that. I get that. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You get it. J-Bo gets it. Rachel gets it. Brian Rose gets it. All the people watching and listening to us right now get it. I'm talking about the general public. Are they going to get it? They're going to be like, well, these guys are doing the same thing. They're not going to get it. They're not going to understand. That's my problem.
We'll find out. What is funny is that Michael Keaton, now there's another actor that we'll be talking about, is kind of doing both universes. He's in Marvel. He's in Marvel again with Spider-Man as far as the Vulture's concerned. And I'm not sure how many movie deals or hasn't been confirmed. And he's in DC. How funny that the two can't play together with comics in comics world lately. I mean, they did do their merging of comics back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. They did crossover events, but they don't usually play well in the movie universe. And I like this. I'm like, maybe they can, let bygones be bygones, but that could be confusing for the general public. I think that's more confusing because you see Michael Keaton as Batman. Now you're seeing him as the Vulture. Now, I'm like, might be confusing. But anyway.
Well, you know what? We talked about this before where they were like, oh, well, this guy can't be that hero because he's this hero. Look at Chris Evans. Chris Evans was a part of the DC universe. He was in the Losers. Okay. Plus he was Johnny Storm. And he's Captain America, and he was in one other superhero movie. Plus, he was in the movie with Dakota Fanning, was an independent comic book superhero movie. The guy was in more superhero movies than anybody, and he's Captain America.
Wasn't that what was that? Wasn't that the one with the train? What the hell was that movie?
It was an indie book,
I know,
something like that. Yeah, and he had powers. So that Chris Evans was in a shit ton of superhero movies playing different heroes or different comic book characters.
So more on Batman as well. As Zack Snyder said, as I said that his interview with Grace Randolph, we're gonna see more Batman suits. Now they had problems. As I said, Ben Affleck said he didn't realize how uncomfortable the suits were. It's so much so that the Snowpiercer. That's what it was. Thank you very much, Rachel. I love that movie. They had the suits scattered. They had some in museums. They had some from collectors. They had to bring them back, and to the point where one of the original bat cowls ripped the minute they put them on. So they're doing suits, but at the same time, we're gonna get new, different costumes. So what is cool, what is kind of cool and not kind of cool. Back in the day when the animated series was out, which by the way is back on HBO Max, by the way, awesome. The whole series is up. The merch line was Arctic Batman, bobsled Batman, water skiing Batman, flamethrower Batman. Now, none of these, not a lot of these suits made it to the cartoons, but the merch made it. The toy line made it. I think we're going to start seeing that a little bit more in the action figures, not the kiddie toys, but action figures where you had Nightmare Batman, where you had the jacket on and the mask. And we're going to start seeing variations of his suit. Now, I've always compared Batman to Iron Man, only for the fact, one, they're both rich. Two, they're both tortured in one way or another. One's an alcoholic, one's kind of a psycho, but they're both geniuses. One makes his own. Bruce Wayne doesn't necessarily always make his own, but he did in the comics. He's a genius as well. Why not give him more suits like Iron Man's armor? So I would love to see this. I mean, we saw it with Ben Affleck's armor when he was battling Superman. I thought that was a great way to do it. I mean, obviously it came from Frank Miller's Batman, the Dark Knight Returns comic book, but I think seeing the suit variations, I think is going to be pretty cool.
I think so too, because think about it. Let's go back to our world. Let's go back to the comic book world. Batman did make his own body armor when he fought the Predator. Okay, there you go. Batman made different armor. He made different armor when he fought Mr. Freeze. Even let's go back to Adam West. Adam West made, no, you didn't see it. It was underneath, but he had Batman thermal underwear on underneath his costume that he specifically made. He said he made this to fight Mr. Freeze. Now, Robin had it on too, but that always baffled me because Robin had the bikini underwear on, but I don't see no. But still, supposedly they had them both on.
It kept his nuts warm.
Exactly. And if we go back to the Neil Adams design for Tim Drake's costume, because that's who designed it, Neil Adams. Batman designed that. Okay, you go back to the Batman gallery and you see, I have it somewhere in a geek layer. There is a comic book came out in the mid-90s called the Batman Gallery, and in that is Bruce Wayne's journal of all the different bat suits that he designed, including Robin's suit. And it's just incredible. Why not? Let's do that. Bring that up. Have all these bat suits. Have them all sitting there like they're supposed to be in the bat cave. Okay? Let them go down. We already saw Robin's suit. You know, Joker, Harley Quinn was here. That's great. Let's see them all lined up. That just like Tony Stark suits. That would be perfect.
Brian says that's a great idea. That kind of variation had been done with Iron Man, with the kinds of Buster armor. That's right, the Hulk Buster armor variations. Spider-Man, suit with Sinister Six. Plus, he had his Iron Spider suit from Tony Stark. So yeah, definitely. I think Batman definitely needs. It works. I don't know. I think it works better for Bruce Wayne because Bruce Wayne is the world's greatest detective. For him to make his own suits, it really fits a situation. Not that Iron Man situation. Suits don't fit the situation. I don't know. It's for some reason I accept it a little bit more because he's just a man and it's not tech and bullets and armor and whatnot. I mean, he really sets his suits up for that one particular situation. And I like that a lot better for Batman. I don't know. I just respect it a little bit more than Iron Man. Not that I don't like what Iron Man's done with his suits because obviously he does it for a situation too. I don't know. I don't know. I just find it more appealing through Batman than Iron Man.
Well, just imagine this, man. Affleck goes down into the Batcave and he's walking around and he walks by all the bat suits lined up and you see the As-Bat suit, the gray and blue with the, oh my God, people will lose their freaking minds. Of course, the general public will be like, what?
What's that? Right.
Yeah, exactly. But you, I, J-Bo, Brian, or Rachel, we'll all be like freaking out because here it is. The John Paul bat suit is right there.
Right.
We would be like losing our minds in the movie theater. Popcorn will be flying out of the buckets. It'll be awesome.
That'd be a nice Easter egg for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Let's do it. I say, damn you, Warner Brothers. Do it. Let's do it.
So as I stated before, Ben Affleck seems to be more of a confirmed rumor. Again, I say rumor that he will make an HBO Max series. As far as Robert Pattinson's concerned, before we move on to the next topic, I think Robert Pattinson's done. I think after this movie, you know what? You can be a star and you can be great and you can be that pompous asshole and you can do whatever. But guess what? Studios will only work with you so long. So be careful. Your time on the screen might be shorter than you think, Mr. Pattison. So take advantage of being an icon and don't fuck it up. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
That's it.
With the whole thing, with the whole thing of him saying, I'm not working out, I'm not doing this, and just being a general dick is, I think it's hurting him, and I think it's hurting the movie.
Well, speaking of dicks, Merc with a Mouth signs possibly the biggest Marvel deal in history. Ryan Reynolds may have been holding meetings with Kevin Feige over Deadpool's future as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as early as December, but it'll likely take a while for him to sign on an official contract with the studio. After all, with all of this main creative driving force behind Fox franchise as the leading man, producer and co-writer even knows that Feige calls the shots when it comes to his shared universe. Feige is just killing it with them. He's amazing. He's taking over the small screen and big screen, but this could be the biggest deal. This also could be a huge DC Warner Brothers upset. Not only that, but typically actors aren't signed on until after work begins on the script. And with Mayalu's sisters only hired to begin drafting Deadpool 3 a couple months ago, not to mention Ryan's being incredibly busy with his own jam-packed slate of movies, and he's just cranking it out. The downside possibly is he's 40 years old, is already older than Robert Downey was when he entered into the Iron Man suit. And based on the fact that Deadpool 3 has been in development for 13 months, Jesus, and writing process only started in November, the star may be creeping up to 50 by the time Wade Wilson's next irrelevant fourth wall breaking adventure hits the big screen. Still, Insider, which we've used before, Daniel Rickman, who's been really spot on with his stuff, claimed several months ago the Marvel wanted to sign the actor for the biggest deal in their history, but did not specify if it was financial compensation or on-screen appearances. Now, right off the bat, I'll read a little bit more, but right off the bat, my speculation is it's going to be on-screen appearances because I think Marvel's going to pull what they did in the comics for almost a year or two, that he made a cameo on every cover, if not in every issue, but mostly every cover of all the entire Marvel Comics line. I have a feeling, and this is total speculation, yes, it's going to be a good amount of money, but I think he's going to be the new Stan Lee.
That's what I was just going to say, that there's going to be a battle going on. There's going to be some kind of bullshit happening, and he's just going to walk by and go and just keep walking.
Or he's going to be sitting at a food truck and somebody's going to ruin the taco truck. He's like, what the hell? I'm trying to eat my chimichanga here.
Yeah, exactly. It's whatever it is, it's going to be just as funny as Stan Lee's bits, you know, and it's going to be totally breaking the fourth wall as well, you know. And just think about it. If he does do it, say the rumors of Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine, oh my God, that's going to be freaking hilarious. But even him and Spider-Man is going to be hilarious. Him and Tom Holland, oh my God. Just imagine what they can do. And Reynolds embraces the character of Deadpool. He gets it right. He's one of the few actors that knows the source material, that reads the source material, understands the character, and says, yes, the character would do this. No, the character won't do that. Okay. The only time he really didn't do that and he was unhappy was Wolverine Origins. And that's what made him want to do this Deadpool movie, because he did the character that he loved, you know, Injustice. And he was like, no, I have to do this right. I have to do this character right. He's my favorite character. I have to do it right. This is why it was a labor of love to get that movie. And he's the one that started it.
He's the one that started doing all those fan trailers and everything else.
Exactly.
So hard.
Exactly. And not just to do, it was a labor of love. And he respects the character. He does charity work like Robert Downey does as Tony Stark, but he does it he makes fun of the kids parents for letting them watch the Deadpool because what the hell are you thinking? But it's he is Deadpool, and it's
like Michael Keaton is Batman, or if Conway
Ryan
is
like Matt Ryan is exactly. The plain and simple. There you go. I mean, let him do it until he's 90.
And again, an actor working with two different studios, obviously Disney and Warner Brothers. Obviously, there was rumors of him possibly being the Zack Snyder cut. We do not know if that's confirmed or not yet. We do know John Diggle is going to be making his appearances as the Green Lantern in the CW universe, a small screen. So that's really cool. We have not heard any more news about the Green Lantern HBO Max series. They've been kind of quiet about that. So, but we'll give you more information on that. Going to kind of move away a little bit off the comics. Aubrey Bach. Do we really give a flying crap about Terminator franchise anymore? 3 failed reboots in the space of 10 years would say no after none of them made enough money to justify launching the brand new trilogy they all promised. Box office returns of the most recent installment, Dark Fate, would say no as well, as it wound up as the lowest grossing entry since James Cameron's low budget original 35 years previously, and lost over $120 million. Even Mackenzie Davis doesn't think so. She signed a multi-picture deal and took a third billing in said movie bomb. However, much like Judgment Day, another stab at Terminator feels inevitable as the brand desperately clings onto its last remaining shreds of relevancy. This is going to be a horror version more than a sci-fi version of the Terminator. Hang it up, man. Just hang it up.
All right. Arnold, this is what you should do. Forget about the T-1000. Just forget about Terminator. Give us the King Conan movie we want, please. Please give us.
He might be too old for that.
That's why I'm saying King Conan. Okay? Let him be King Conan, for crying out loud. That means, God. Just do something else, man. They're grabbing at the straws that horror is big budget or big money. The horror genre is big money. You can't knock it, but really, I don't know. Just stay away from Mr. Freeze 2. Stay away from Terminator. Just wow. I mean, what he's trying to do, he's trying to be like his buddy. He's trying to be like my hero. He's trying to be like Sly, where Sly could do Rocky so many times and people still go to the theater to see it because it's Rocky. It's not the Terminator. It's two different. You can't. No, don't.
Well, nobody went to go see the last Rambo movie. That's for damn sure. That was a flop.
Oh my God. It's I couldn't go because I was laid up. I was in the hospital, so that's why they didn't see me in the theater, so that's why they didn't go. Sly's #1 fan, but I did see it on Amazon Prime, and wow, that's all I got to say about that. I would not. Nope. No, I didn't say Rambo. I said Rocky. Just let it go.
I know.
Just let it go, man.
As far as the Terminator stuff, let it go. Just go smoke your cigars, become a mayor again, or do something. So this is going to lead us right up.
He was a governor, not a mayor.
Well, there you go. See, he's not good enough to be a governor anymore. Be a mayor. Do something. Just, I don't know. Smoke cigars. Governor, mayor, I'll be back. I don't know what you're talking about. So this is leading right up. Yeah, we're moving a little bit kind of fast because we're on a tight schedule tonight. I got some stuff to do later tonight. I got a show to do in the morning. So I have to prep for that. So we're going into a very new, and I'll have some segment music. We're going to work with Lewis too. We're going to give him a little intro music for his Flea Market Finds. But we're going to start something we're going to do weekly called DW's Hot Series Picks. So this is basically just what I've been watching. We've been gone for 2 weeks. A lot of streaming stuff has come out. I actually got HBO Max on my Roku because a friend of mine had HBO. So it just kind of jumped right over into HBO Max. I found something. I found a series that I did not know a lot about in the beginning, and it came out in 2019. I thought it was brand new, but I think a lot of people haven't heard a lot about it, and it's kind of gone under the wayside. And that is a series based on Arthur Philip Pullman's beloved trilogy, His Dark Materials.
They're fucking awesome. That's the Golden Compass.
Can I finish? Whose pick is this, Lewis? Relax. Hold on. Let me get through this so people understand what it is if they haven't seen it yet. Hold on. Okay. I'll turn your mic off. I'm glad you're excited. I'm glad you like my pick. His Dark Materials is set in a multi-world reality with the action moving from one world to another, meaning this world, the world we're in, into another world, like a mirror world. The story begins in an alternative world where all humans have animal companions called daemons. Now, they're not demons. You can see they call them demons or daemons. Now, it's spelled Daemons. It's not Dmons. Which these are manifestations of the human soul. So these creatures are your actual human soul, and they're outside of you. So some of them could be birds, some of them are cheetahs, some of them are monkeys, some of them are rats, some of them, whatever. It's a representation of your soul. The series follows the life of a young girl named Laura, who is an orphan living in the Scholars of Jordan College, Oxford. There's two Oxfords, two worlds, two Oxfords. As in Pullman's novel, Lyra discovers a dangerous secret that involves Lord Astriel and Marcia Coulter. In her search for a missing friend, Lyra also uncovers a series of kidnappings and a link of mysterious substance called dust, which leads to her on a journey of epic proportions and ultimately to other worlds. Witches' prophecy links Lyra, yes, there's witches, destiny to Will, a teenager from our world who is himself being pursued by mysterious figures connected to his father, which are coming from the other world. Now, the 8-episode first series premiered in December 2019 on BBC, but obviously they're working with HBO, so you can get this. The second the second season came out in November 16th, 2020. I have to say right off the bat, and I know Lewis is biting at the bit here to talk about this. It's awesome. I think it's amazing. The problem for a while was the books were getting banned because of the religious and Christian beliefs and whatnot, but they were just getting banned up the wazoo. But they're not now. And you are, Brian, saying this sounds familiar. Well, it may sound familiar because the movie that came out in 2007 called The Golden Compass was based on Phil Pullman's novels, but it's only a third of those novels. It's not complete. So if you do watch it like I did, I saw the bear with the armor, no spoilers. I'm like, I know I've seen this somewhere. I'm like, where the hell was this? And then I'm like, God damn, it's The Golden Compass. Mm-hmm. All right, Lewis, go ahead.
It's freaking amazing. It's so much better than Golden Compass too.
Oh,
I remember going to the theater to see The Golden Compass, and it was like people were like protesting this shit. And I had the kid. I had all three of my kids. I had Cody, I had Christian, I had Katie, and we're walking in. And we're going to go see the movie. Well, it's a kid's book. It's a fantasy book. It's a kids. Mm-hmm. Just shut up, okay? And that is where I had two ferrets a long time ago. I had Miley and I had Pan. I named Pan after the ferret Pan in the movie. It's amazing. Dude, you gotta watch it. Keep watching it. I totally agree with you. I totally, what side you on? I totally agree with you. My God, it's amazing shit, man. Oh my God. Awesome. And John McAvoy. Oh my God, he's freaking incredible. Oh, awesome.
Because like I said, I wasn't familiar with the series. So when I got HBO Max, I'm scrolling through. I'm like, what is this? And then I'm watching it. When John McAvoy came on screen, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this is amazing. This is awesome.
Yes.
Yes. The series, Golden Compass does not do the books justice. The series, I think, are a little too short for the books. Each series is a book. So the first series was the first book. The second series is the second book. Third series is already in production, not in production, but it's already a go. That was just released a couple weeks ago saying it's already a go. They're going to do the third series, which will be a third book. I wish there was more than 7 or 8 episodes. I'd love to see 12 episodes to go into it. Again, Golden Compass is canon somewhat, but it's just a third of what these novels, just a third of what the novels touched on. And the series is amazing. I love the fact of the daemons. I love how they use the daemons, how there's witches, but there's science. The magistrate is still, we don't know what the full deal is with the magistrate. I'm not going to give any spoilers. I won't give anybody spoilers, but I got to tell you, the daemon thing really shocked me. And I was in the beginning, I'm like, wow, that's kind of cool. Now the demons can change form. They also talk, some don't. A lot of them talk to you. They talk and they can talk to regular humans, and they talk to their soulmate, I guess you would call it. Their host,
they're connected.
They're
and
connected.
Pandolin, it's Pandolin, but they call him Pan for short. One of the demons.
Yes,
daemons.
Yep.
And that's why we named our ferret Pan after Pandolin.
Nice.
Yeah.
So this is definitely my pick of the week. If you guys want to watch something fun, especially get rid of all the shit that's going on in the real world, turn off your Facebook news feed. You guys are going to enjoy it. And if you guys are watching now and you do end up watching it, leave some comments the next time we're around, or leave them on the network page or the Today with DW page to let me know how you liked it. I mean, I got shit for my DW mark for Wonder Woman, but I'm giving this a 9.7 DWs. This gets 9.7
Wonder Woman was fantastic.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of shit because I think I rated it a little higher than I should have, but I gave it a 9.5. But
No.
I should have went a little lower. But we'll talk about that. That'll be a whole episode next week, so we can talk about that.
We gotta
But
get Jamie on.
I'm giving this a 9.7 right off the bat. It's entertaining, it's fun, and it's family friendly. Yes, there's some not violent scenes, but they're fighting, but it is somewhat family friendly. So, like I said, I think you guys will enjoy it. And that is my pick of the week, His Dark Materials, starring Dafa Keen, who is Lyra, Ruth Wilson, who is Mrs. Coulter, and the myth. I love James McAvoy as Lord Azrael.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
So there's my picks of the week. And before we get into Flea Market Finds, I want to restate that Marvel Legends is out. There's 7-minute clips coming from on Disney Plus to kind of catch you guys up if you're not familiar with characters right now. Marvel has Wanda and the Vision, obviously, because WandaVision will be coming out in a few weeks on January. So basically what I wanted to tell you a little bit more is if you're looking to refresh on the state of the MCU, but don't have 6 hours to rewatch the status quo shattering Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, then you're in luck. A new Disney Plus series, like I just said, titled Marvel Studios Legends, acts as a primer for all of you to get you back on base. Listen, Lewis and I watch movies all the time. We're in this shit all the time. When I watched the Wanda in the Vision, I even got reminded of some stuff. I'm like, oh, no shit. So it's good for even the what do I want to say, the fanboy or the people that are neck deep in the comics. It's good to just kind of refresh yourself. I like having refreshing stuff before I get into a series. I might watch Golden Compass now just to see and kind of compare the two between the series and the movie. You're gonna like that.
You're going to like the series better. You're going to like the series better than a movie.
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure of it. Each episode will focus on a different character from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, dealing with their respective journeys from first appearance up to the latest developments. The show will set stage for the exciting Marvel products launching in 2021, as I basically said before. The first ones are Wanda and Vision. So check them out right now. The installments will unravel the intertwined stories of the powerful duo. They led them to the surreal and intriguing events of WandaVision, which sees them cohabitating a dreamlike sitcom environment. It's unclear exactly when the Marvel Studios will be doing any more shows or utilizing any of the other clips. I hope they put them out weekly, but I'm pretty sure they're probably going to wait to do them closer when each of the series roll out. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. Marvel, again, doing very well with their properties and doing what they can to make things make it easier for everybody. Because I'm sure there's some people out there that have not watched all the Avenger movies or don't even know which ones to watch them in order of. So I think it's a great idea for that. And like I said, my only downfall was, but I understand why they did not really. I was hoping they were going to give me some Marvel comic intro with the pages flashing, and we're going to delve into the history of Wanda from the comics. But I think that would kind of confuse the moviegoer or the general public so much. So that's fine. Lewis?
Yes.
Watch them tonight.
Yeah, I will. I will for sure.
So we haven't talked in a few weeks. So Lewis likes to give me crap on Tuesdays or on Sunday morning and be like, hey, look what I found. And then tease me with stuff on Sunday mornings. Actually, I look forward to it because some of the books he actually has bought, I actually still have in my collection. So it's always good. So every episode, if you guys are new to the show, every episode we do Flea Market Finds with Lewis, where he shows you what he got, deals, and pretty much some tips when you're out flea market on your own and how to respect the vendors and dealers and what not to look for and when not to haggle. So take it away, Lewis.
All right. Well, this past weekend, it was kind of quiet the past couple weeks because of the holidays and everything. But this past week, I went to a new place. I was told, hey, you need to go out and check out this new flea market. Now, I'm not going to tell anybody where this one is. I never really tell anyone where my spots are because I come across some massive stuff. Okay. And now a lot of times it's hit or miss. Like I took the man himself, Eric Yako, a couple weeks ago with me to a spot, and there was nothing there. Over the summer, rather. There was nothing there. Nothing at all. There was, just, nothing.
Right.
But last week, I walk into this flea market. Now, I was going to save this for last, but I'm so excited about this. I got to pull it out. These are just two of the top things, three of the top things that I found. This one, I'm a little bit of a barbarian and a savage because I don't have it bagged and board. I got these for all under $4 a piece.
Nice.
The first one is the very first appearance of the Thermal Man. What the Thermal Man is a villain from Thor. This is Volume 1 Thor, issue 170, 15-cent cover, written by Stan Lee, artwork by the king himself, Jack Kirby. Little damage on the top, but for $4, look at this book.
That's a good condition. That's good.
Oh my God. Beautiful, huh? Look
That's
at
awesome.
that. Yes.
Welcome, Rob. Welcome, Jack. How are you guys doing? Go
Now,
ahead.
another book. Now, I got to get this one. This one I might send out just to get pressed, just a little bit, because this one's kind of close to my heart. You know which one I'm going to go for, right?
Yeah, I know.
This one right here is issue number 80 of Green Lantern, Green Arrow. This is part of the Neil Adams, Denny O'Neil run. This is where they actually were found guilty. Now look at this. This book is perfect. The pages are white. Look at that. White pages in this book.
Yeah.
My only problem with this is the spine is a little bit bent. Just a little bit bent.
Yeah.
I could send this out to a good friend of mine. Larry Campy, he's a good presser. Angry Geeks approved. He could repair this book for me at a very cheap cost, and I got me a nice book with just a little ding in a corner for $3. Look at this. And this book is pricey at a con. You go to a con, you go to a dealer. This book is it's beautiful.
Could we say this could be the first buddy cop series? Good cop, bad cop?
Yes, by all means. By all means, yeah. Now, this is the coup de grace from this one place that I took the man himself, Eric Yacco. And over the summer, there was nothing there. All I happened to do is look down, boom, right there on the bottom shelf. This book right here. This could be a Fairweather fan's dream. This could be a Marvel fan's dream. This is Marvel Presents, issue number 3. This is the very first solo Guardians of the Galaxy, the original team.
With Starhawk.
With Starhawk. Pure white pages. Corners are crisp. This book is incredible. No, it's not for sale. This is going into the geek layer. This book is just beautiful.
Do you think we'll ever see Starhawk in the Marvel Universe?
I hope so. I mean, he's a great character. This is the original team. Yeah. Now, if they did
Lewis, tell people who the original team is.
Oh, the original team was what?
Star-Lord.
Hondo, Starhawk. Crap, I got to open the book. I forget who it is.
What's his name? Was Juniper from Juniper with the...
Yep. Hold on.
Yeah.
I got the original team. Hold on. I'll open
so to give everybody an idea, the Guardians of the Galaxy in the Marvel Universe is not the original team. It's probably like the 4th or 5th rendition of this team. Gamora, Drax. Drax isn't even the original Drax. It's a remade.
No, it's not the original Drax. Yeah. No.
Yondu. That's right. Yondu.
Yeah, Yondu's in here. Yondu's part of the original team.
Yep.
Let's see.
Funny, Yantu's a somewhat bad guy, but in the Marvel universe, but he was part of the original team. The team has changed throughout the years.
They don't even have the original team named in here. They're just here.
They probably will through the pages. But again, it's been changing through the years. But yeah, I'd love to see Starhawk.
Look at the pages in this. Look at the pages in that book. Look at that.
They're almost white, dude.
I mean, and you got the Evil Knievel toy on the back.
I had that too.
Oh man. Now I was told, hey, there's this new flea market in the area. You got to go check it out. Now, the flea market that I found these first 3 books at you, that I gave to you, yes, Brian Rose, it is the one original Yondu. He's right here on the front cover, right where my finger's pointing. Right, that is Yondu right there, and of course, Starhawk right there. That was a consignment flea market. No vendors, one lady at a register with different booths. Okay. So now, flea market I went to last week, This had
Thanks, Brian. We know that. We just can't look it up right now, Brian.
Yeah, we can't look it up right now. Thank you. There was this one had vendors. I went there. Now I bought quite a bit from them, but this is something I want to bring out.
So how's the difference between a consignment? Can you tell people the difference there?
Okay, the difference between a consignment antique shop or flea market shop and a regular flea market or antique flea market is a regular one. Every booth has a vendor at the booth. You pay that vendor directly. A consignment flea market shop, there is none. All there is booths. You walk around like you would a normal store, and you bring your purchases up to the main register. And now each vendor pays for their spot. Okay, you could pay with a credit card. You could pay whatever. A place with a vendor, you got to pay the vendor.
Mm-hmm.
So Cody and I got a hot tip. There's a new place just opened. Go check it out. It's vendors. It's cash only. So we go out there, and there was this one booth, complete, full comics everywhere. Got a little scared because they had 2 casefuls. And they had some pretty high-end stuff over here, pretty high-end stuff over there. It was a little overpriced, but I'm looking. Okay. Not bad. Okay. But yet they still don't know what they have. And hi, Aviva. How you doing, darling? So I'm looking through their boxes, and their boxes are not marked. So I said to the lady, how are your boxes? What are your prices? This is what the lady said. If it's bagged and board, put a clue in my head. Oh, this lady might know what she's talking about. They're $3.
That lady doesn't know what she's talking about.
No. I was like, okay. She said, if it's bagged, it's $1. No bag, it's 50 cents. Okay. And I went looking at their cabinet, and of course, they just had books laying down in the cabinet. No prices. They didn't have any room. So I'm rummaging through boxes. I found a first Eric Martinson, which is Thunderstrike. We all know Thor, Volume 1, $3.91, $1. Threw that in my pile. Next book I find, when Spider-Man joins the Avengers.
Nice.
This book right here, there's 2 different versions of this. There's one with an ad that is reprinted. Okay, this is not that. This is just a normal one. Still, this is a $25 book all day at a con. Lady wanted me to buy it for $1. I'm gonna buy it for $1. Here you go, lady. I'll give you $1. Exactly. The next book is kind of special. This is Volume 1, Issue 50, and back in the day where you really didn't think about variants, The Defenders.
Nice. I don't think I have that one. I have a bunch of the Defenders, but I don't think I have that one.
This one, $1.
Nice.
$1.
Was that a $10 book?
Actually, it goes on eBay. I looked it up on eBay. It is a $10 book, but some people are out there gouging this for $50 on eBay.
Of course. Yeah, of course. There's always gouging.
Yes, and I'm like, wow. And it is the first appearance of there's a character in here I don't recall off the top of my head. First appearance of the character. Now, this one, I just fell in love with this because I love the cover. It's a hot book, especially out there. I'm going to have to send this over to Larry just for a little bit cleaning. Once again, Larry Campy, check him out. Find him on Facebook. George Perez cover.
I know what one you're talking about.
You do know.
Yeah.
Avengers issue 200.
Yep.
Look,
that's an awesome book. I have that one. That's an awesome book. And look, it's got a Toys R Us ad on the top.
Yes, I know. Now the pages in this one, I'm going to open up this one for you guys.
While you open that up, yeah, Rob Stallone, I believe, was Starhawk, but I let me reiterate. I guess the Starhawk that we want to see from the comic books. He's a cosmic character. I just didn't get
this one. This is the one we want to see.
Yeah, that's the one we want to see.
Little bit, the back corner has a little damage right there, but still for $1, you can't beat it right here. And now, look at these pages.
Oh, those are nice.
Look at that color. White color. Nice. And I mean, wow. You just, the pages are white It's just beautiful.
Yeah, I agree with you, Brian. It's hard to siphon through the gouging sometimes. I hear you. There's people out there that gouge.
Yeah, just the only thing is when you go there and you do find something, and I say this every week, if you go to a tag sale, go to a flea market, you go anywhere, and these people, they could be someone's dads, they could be someone's sons, it could be somebody that is no longer with the family, and they don't know what to do with the stuff, and they want to get rid of it. Okay, if you're a collector like me that is not going to get rid of it, it's coming to a good home. Right. So don't, I'm going to use a bad word here. Don't be a dick. Okay. Don't go, be all Redfield. Don't do that. Just if they're offering you $1, $3, and the book is $100, yeah, pay that price. But
don't say I'll pay 50 cents for it. Yeah.
No, just pay it. Walk away. Especially if it's going to a good home. All right. Don't just if you're gonna be a dick and flip it. Okay, if you're gonna buy it and then put it on eBay for $450 or whatever, then you need to pay that person some extra cash and say, "Look, this book is a $300 book. You want it for $5? Let me slip you 50." Especially since you're going to pay it. Yeah, I agree. But if you're going to keep it for your enjoyment, if you're a collector, then if you're going to put it in a good home, there you go. That's my thing.
Good advice. Good advice. We probably say that almost on every episode because it's something to reiterate. Even at cons, let me tell you this. I mean, cons aren't much different than flea markets. The difference with cons is your dealers know what they're dealing with, and they're willing to help you they're willing to give you a deal. But again, don't be a dick about it. Remember, these guys are different than the flea market people. They know what they got. They're comic book shops. Enjoying it is the most important thing. I agreed. Totally agreed, Rob.
I do have one other thing. I know we're pressed for time, but I do got one other thing I want to bring up. I'm rebuilding my Marvel collection, as you know, and a lot of other people know. I'm reuniting with some old friends. And this collection right here is some Thor issues that I got.
Damn, nice.
Okay. They're all volume 2.
Did you find me any more Alpha Flight?
No, not yet. But I want to let you guys know each one of these books was 50 cents each. Damn. And my volume 1 Thor is about 3/4 complete.
Nice.
Right now.
Very nice. Very nice.
Right now. So I wanted to
like I was saying, conventions are a little different. Like I said, I mean, the dealers know what they're doing. They're willing to give you a deal. If you're nice about it, you don't have to pay cover price, but don't, again, like Lewis says, don't be a dick. It's a $300 book because it is a $300 book. Don't think you're going to get it for $150. It's funny. I was looking for the first issue of first appearance of Firestorm. Mike Zapsik found me one at Empire Con. And it was weird because we were just shooting the shit. This was 3 years ago. Just shooting the shit. And I'm like, I'm looking. I go, have you done any digging? He's like, yeah, I've been digging. I go, I'm looking for the first appearance of Firestorm. He's what? I know exactly where it was. I don't know. It's just weird. It just brought me right over there. Pulls it right out. I was like, how the hell did you know that? He goes, I was just here. How funny that you said that. And it was a decent amount of money for the price.
Well, we were the last con we were at. You got mad at me. What was it? The con where I went to. Remember? I forget.
What are you talking about?
I forget what I bought. The guy gave me a deal. The dealer knew me even way out there. It
wasn't Empire. It was it Rhode Island?
No. It was your way. I had to go out your way, but it was not Empire.
Was it Hudson Valley?
There you go. Remember you were at the table and I was hobbling around because my ankle was giving me problems. And I came back and you were like, what the hell did you buy? And I had the new Teen Titans issue #1, volume 1, issue 1.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
And I had something else and I was like, I knew the dealer from back home and he gave it to me for a deal.
They're like I said, they're willing to give you deals. Zapsik, thank God, Zapsik gave the book to the vendor and he goes, give him the Mike Zapsik discount. Now that's kind of ballsy for Mike, but I love Zapsik, and I got the Mike Zapsik discount. I was willing to pay full price because it was a decent price. The book was probably worth a little bit more than they were charging, but it was still a decent price for the book. And I'm like, I'm like, I guess whatever you said. And he gave me $25 off it. I'm like, I can't go wrong with that at all. So again, read your environment. Don't be a jerk. I mean, if you're going just to buy them and just read them and not being a collector, well, that's one thing. If you want to say, hey, can I give them 50 cents for it? Then work on it. But if you're a collector and we know, the book's $30 and you're buying it for $1.50, listen, just buy it for the $1.50 and move on to the next vendor. Just don't try to do that. Because I hate people like that. Shut people down like that. I'm like, nah. I don't like people like that. But anyway, thank you everybody for joining us on this shorter edition of the Today with DW Pop Culture Edition. Thank you so much for everybody joining us here. Brian, Rob, Avia, Timmy, and a few others that I can't see. J-Bo, that's right. Thank you for joining us on a Friday night. Hope you guys have a Rachel. Yes, Rachel. Have a great weekend. And Louis, do you have any final words before we say goodbye?
Read Girls. Go back to 2005 and 6 Image Comics, the limited series Girls. Read it by the Luna Brothers. It's amazing. I finally read it. It's great. Read it. You'll like it. New take on the zombies. New take on the aliens invasion. It's called Girls. If you're under 15, under 16, do not read it. If you're over 16, read it. It's fantastic. Nice. It's called Girls. Read the whole series in like 4 days. It's fantastic. Girls.
Right. Awesome. And then also, if you haven't watched Dark Materials yet, that's my pick. Check it out. Amazing. It's not the Golden Compass. It's 100 times better. But check it out over on HBO Max. On that note, everybody, thank you so much. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.